Boogeyman Ben.
Hey everyone, it's Boogeyman Ben. Hope everyone's doing well and everyone had a nice day. This is going to be part 8 in my underrated horror film series. I haven't done one of these in a while, and the last one I did was on a vampire film that I thought was very underrated. It was Vampire in Brooklyn, and today is going to be yet another vampire film that I think is underrated. The film in question is one that I've always enjoyed, and I don't talk about it at all. And just recently, I discovered the soundtrack for the film. I purchased it on House of Mysterious Secrets, and I just forgot how great the music was in the film. And just rewatching the film and just remembering how much fun it is, and it's a complete 80s film. One of my favorite vampire films in my top 10 is 1986's Vamp, starring Grace Jones. So what I'm going to do is talk about this film, give a little bit of a plot overview, as well as talk about the actors, the director, and then my thoughts on the film, and I hope everyone enjoys this. Please stay tuned. Now, Vamp would be released in 1986. It was directed by Richard Wenk. The story is by Donald P. Borchers, as well as Richard Wenk. Richard Wenk also did the screenplay. The cast, you have Chris Makepeace as Keith, Sandy Barron as Vic, Robert Rusler as AJ, Dee Pfeiffer as Allison, Gidi Watanabe as Duncan, Grace Jones as Katrina, and Billy Drago as Snow. The plot of Vamp revolves around two fraternity pledges who go to a sleazy bar looking for strippers to entertain their college friends. They have problems with their transportation, biker gangs, and worst of all, the staff of the bar, all of whom seem to be vampires, with Grace Jones playing the head vampire. Yeah, Vamp was just one of those films that I completely just sort of overlooked when I started talking about films here on this channel, because I should have done a video about this film a long time ago. I remember as a kid watching this film. Always just really enjoyed this film. It's a lot of fun. It's just like Fright Night in a different sense. I mean, I don't think it's as good as Fright Night, but it's close for me. I mean, it's a really fun vampire film, and it's one of those movies that just, it doesn't take itself seriously. It's got a lot of camp. It's a very 80s film. There's a lot of very funny scenes, but it's one of those films that works. It balances the comedy and the action and the horror very well. And a lot of movies in the 80s did that very well, whereas now they seem kind of forced, and they're trying to be funny, whereas in this one it just came off natural. And I think it's got excellent direction. I love the two main guys, AJ and Keith. They're just, you can believe that they're friends. They're just the Chris Makepeace and Robert Rusler just have amazing chemistry together. Watanabe, who plays Duncan. He played Long Duck Dong in 16 Candles. He was on ER. He was in Gung Ho. He is hilarious as Duncan. Just a lot of fun. Dee Pfeiffer is really good in this film too, as is Grace Jones, who is really a presence as Katrina. Grace Jones is a very strange woman, and I remember her in the 80s from movies like Conan the Destroyer, A View to a Kill. She also would do Boomerang in the 90s. Playing Strange, which is a hilarious performance. But in this film, she doesn't have any lines in this film. She doesn't speak anything. It's just her presence. And at first, you don't know what to make of her. They almost soften her a bit, which is really tough because Grace Jones has a very stoic, hard look to her. But they soften her a little bit at the beginning of the film. But when she full on vamps out, I mean, she's terrifying looking. I also thought Billy Drago as Snow. This was before the Untouchables, which I think is one of his best performances. But he's really good in this movie as Snow, and just a very creepy part, and also has some great lines in it. One of my favorite lines is when he sees the vampires and he goes, "What gang is this?" It's one of my favorite lines in the movie. It's hilarious. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Great direction. Some good action. A very tense ending. I thought the standoff between Keith and Katrina is very well done. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. If you like Fright Night and you like campy 80s films, just something to have fun with, not take itself too seriously, but also like Fright Night, American Werewolf in London, these films that were able to balance that comedy as well as having tension and horror, and also good characters, then I definitely recommend checking out Vamp. So 10 out of 10. Love this film. Check Vamp out. If anybody has seen it, actually, tell me what you think about it, because I really think it's a film that should be talked about more. And I know there's a special edition overseas, Blu-ray, and I wish I had it. But this one's pretty cool. They got a couple of little bonus things, and they have a commentary on this with some of the actors in the film. So yeah, it's a great film. Check it out. Definitely recommend. So again, thank you very much for watching. Share your thoughts with me about Vamp if you guys have seen it, and let me know. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and I hope everyone's doing well. Take it easy.